LeBron James, 4 rings, the all-time scoring leader, a billion-dollar career. But behind the highlights and the championship parades, there's a side of LeBron his own PR machine has been burying for years. 5 dark truths about the king. And number 1 will make you question everything you thought you knew about him. Since he was 18, the world has watched every move LeBron James has made. The chosen one, on the cover of Sports Illustrated before he ever played a college game. But that pressure, that relentless, unforgiving pressure, it left scars. Scars that even the smoothest PR machine in sports history can't completely cover up. Today, I'm telling you 5 stories that prove one thing. The throne comes with a price, and LeBron paid it. Number 5, July 8, 2010. 9 million people tuned in. LeBron James, 25 years old, sitting in a gym in Greenwich, Connecticut, staring into the camera. Jim Gray asks the question all of America wants answered. And then, the sentence, "I'm taking my talents to South Beach." What most people don't know, LeBron made that decision in complete isolation. No agent, no manager, no mentor in the room. He was 25. Imagine becoming the most hated person in America overnight. At that age, Dan Gilbert's letter. The infamous Comic Sans letter from the Cavs owner. He called LeBron selfish, heartless, a cowardly betrayal, a grown man, a billionaire, publicly humiliating a 25-year-old. And that letter stayed on the Cavaliers' website for years. LeBron later called the decision the biggest mistake of his life. Not because of the move, but because of how it happened. He wanted to raise money for the Boys and Girls Clubs. It turned into a PR nightmare that haunted him for nearly a decade. Even today, with 4 rings across 3 teams, the decision gets thrown in his face in every GOAT debate. A scar that never fully fades, but the decision was just the opening act. Because a year later, something happened that nearly destroyed LeBron's entire legacy before it even really began. The 2011 NBA Finals. And what went down in Game 4, nobody shows you in the highlights. Number 4, 2011 NBA Finals. The Miami Heat with their freshly assembled Big Three. LeBron, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh facing the Dallas Mavericks. Dirk Nowitzki, Jason Terry. An aging team nobody picked to win Game 4. The Heat lead the series. 1 win, and they're 1 step from the title. And then, LeBron James collapses. 8 points. 8. The best player in the world, in the absolute prime of his physical powers, scores 8 points in a finals game. 3 for 11 from the field. 0 threes. He played 46 minutes and looked like he wanted to disappear. What nobody knew at the time, and what only leaked years later, LeBron was mentally shattered. The hatred after the decision, the pressure of being the league's villain, the expectation that he had to finally deliver, it consumed him. Teammates later reported he sat in the locker room just staring. Not angry, not emotional, just empty. Dwayne Wade hinted years later in an interview that LeBron was fighting himself in that series. Not the Mavs. Himself. Jason Terry, who torched him multiple times in Game 4, said afterwards, he wasn't there. The real LeBron wasn't on the court. For a lot of fans, a lot of analysts, that series is the single reason LeBron is even vulnerable in the GOAT debate. Jordan never had a moment like that. Ever. And LeBron knows it. You know what happened next? LeBron won his first ring the following year. And then another one. Because real pressure either makes diamonds or it breaks you. And LeBron chose to win. Just like this channel, if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the moment. We bring you the stories nobody else tells every single week. Court Kings, hit that button. Number 3. Cuts deeper than any jump shot. LeBron James grew up not knowing who his father was. Gloria James was 16 when she had him, single mother. They moved 12 times before LeBron turned 10. He missed over 80 school days in 4th grade because they couldn't afford the bus fare. But here's the dark twist nobody talks about. LeBron never met his father, not once. Anthony McClelland, a man with a long criminal record, was never part of his life. No phone call, no letter, nothing. And yet, despite all of that, LeBron never used that pain as an excuse. He turned it into fuel. Every time you see LeBron with his own kids, Bronny, Bryce, Zuri, you're watching a man desperately trying to be the father he never had. But there's more. 2010, in the middle of LeBron's first season in Miami, the Delonte West story broke. Rumors of an affair between West and Gloria James during West's time with the Cavaliers. LeBron never addressed it publicly. Not once. Imagine, the tabloid press tears your family apart, and you just have to keep playing. Keep going. Keep going while the world watches and speculates. That's the loneliness of the throne. Nobody talks about it. But it happened. Number 2. Here's something even diehard fans don't fully grasp. LeBron James has never had a major surgery in his 22-year career. No torn ACL. No ruptured Achilles. Nothing. And people act like that's luck. It's not luck. LeBron reportedly invests over $1.5 million per year into his body. Private chefs, cryotherapy chambers, personal trainers who travel with him, sleep optimization. He revolutionized body maintenance in basketball. Before him, nobody invested this systematically in longevity. But here's the price nobody talks about. This obsession left scars you don't see. LeBron got criticized for missing games. Load management, a term practically invented to attack him. Every time he sat out, analysts called him soft. Jordan would have played through it. Kobe would have played through it. You know what LeBron did in his 17th season? He led the Lakers to a title at age 35, while playing through the bubble playoffs, isolated from his family for 96 days. 96 days without his wife and kids, while winning a tournament that tests every ounce of your body and mind. And then after the title, he breaks down, cries, not because of the ring, because he finally gets to go home. Superstar, superhuman, but also just a father who misses his children. That's the story that never makes the highlight reels. Number 1. And I'm telling you right now, this one is controversial. But it happened, and some scars never fade. October 2019. Daryl Morey, general manager of the Houston Rockets, tweets his support for the Hong Kong protests. The NBA spirals into a geopolitical crisis. China, the league's second biggest market, threatens consequences. Sponsors are nervous. Hundreds of millions of dollars hang in the balance. And then LeBron James steps in front of the press, not as a player, but as the de facto spokesman of the league, and criticizes Morey. He says Morey was either misinformed or not educated on the situation. He doesn't defend Hong Kong. He doesn't defend human rights. He criticizes the man who dared to mention them. The backlash was brutal. Players, activists, even athletes outside of basketball, they all asked the same thing. LeBron, what are you doing? The man who made more than an athlete his mantra. The man who publicly embarrassed Trump. The man who built a school for underprivileged kids in Akron. That man was now silently backing a regime that runs concentration camps. His Nike earnings were untouched. His China deals flourished. But his moral compass? It never pointed as clearly north again as it did before. And that's the uncomfortable truth about LeBron. He's not perfect. He's not the flawless superhero the marketing machine sells. He's a human being, a politically calculating, billionaire human being who sometimes picks the wrong side because the right side would cost him millions. 5 dark facts, 5 scars on the throne, and still, or maybe because of it, LeBron James remains the most complex, most fascinating figure in the history of sports. That's it for today. 5 dark facts about LeBron James nobody talks about. If you made it this far, you've earned the throne. Drop a comment. Which of these 5 facts surprised you the most? And if you want more, KD, Steph, Shaq, tell me who I should break down next. Court Kings, where basketball greatness lives. Subscribe for more. Until next time, crown on, king out.